It is perhaps the best home field advantage in all of football, and certainly the loudest, as we welcome you inside Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Denver Broncos and the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Play action. Now Jackson. Man open. He's got it complete to Cortland Sutton. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll run for the first time with Phillip Lindsay. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
49-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Lindsay. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Jackson. Flush to his right. This one complete to Jerry Jeudy. And he nearly got the first himself, but it appears he's going to be about a yard or two short.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go and make the tackle right away.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. Gets it out quickly here to the left flat. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on 4th down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Play action. It's Jackson. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. Picked off by Dylan Cole. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. When the rookie QB gets his first touchdown pass, that's one you put in the trophy case. First career interception, that's going to be one he wants to forget.
Yeah, and he's not going to go ask for the football, right? Yeah, you can keep that one. The key for him, what does he learn from it? When he watches the tape, does he have an answer right now where he already understands what mistake he made? That's what the coaches are going to want to know, and that's what they'll grill him on and see how he grows from it.
And he'll work this one up to about the 38. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
45, 45. Mike, 45. Go, go, go. Watch twins. Watch twins. 57. 57. Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Come on. Check the backer. Check the backer. Kill.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Slant, slant. 45.
They'll try and run for it. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th.
4-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Mahomes going to throw. They'll roll him out right. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty?
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
The ball carrier.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. To throw is Jackson. He'll find Lindsey here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 19 yards there on the catch and run.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he's got room. Past the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line.
Brought down.
A huge play there for Denver. 47 yards on the ground. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Jackson now off the bootleg. His pass caught at the 4. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal.
3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, 2nd and goal. They'll try to run with Lindsey. And he is into the end zone for a Denver touchdown.
Touchdown.
Philip Lindsey, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. On that sideline, they're saying that was more like it. The first down run went backwards, that time into the end zone.
And I like their little bit of courage in play calling, too. Because after an unsuccessful run, especially one where you lose yardage, you oftentimes go right to throwing the football. They came right back with a running play, and it paid off handsomely.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive. Eluding the pressure right. And this will be incomplete.
So much for the best laid plans and best designed plays. That was good coverage along the sidelines. No place for that one to get in there. It sails incomplete.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. The tight end Kelsey was the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's taken down, but not before he gets to the Broncos' 21-yard line. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the 2nd level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the 2nd level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And now the throw here is incomplete, and with that, we come to the end of the 1st quarter of play. These two teams all tied after 1-7. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, Mahomes. This pass going to be caught by Hardman. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Check. Press down. Check 52. Alert flat.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. So on 4th down, Mahomes off, Harrison Butker on for the Chiefs field goal. Butker's kick here is good. And the Chiefs are out to a 3-0 lead. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
At their own 26-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders. That
guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. On second down, a run with Lindsey. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. They'll try and run for it with Lindsey. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. Give him 2 yards on that play. And the Broncos are going to have a new set of downs.
Broncos.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. The Mississippi State man, Chris Jones, with a sack there. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap and again to Lindsey. And able to use his blockers to get this up over the 40.
Ball carrier.
On a 2nd and long, it's really nice to see an offense that has enough confidence to run the football in that situation. I think that goes back to their practice and game planning. They've seen things that they've seen on tape and in previous games that led them to believe that even in a long-distance situation, they can still run the football and gain enough yardage to put themselves in a good spot on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Got a man, it's Judy, complete. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco first down. Jackson from the shotgun. Got a man open. It's Sutton. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's second down.
2nd and 9 at the Chiefs' 47-yard line.
They go back to the ground now with Lindsey. And he'll take this close to a first down at the Chiefs' 40-yard line.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Not too shabby here. This will skip out of bounds at about the 12-yard line.
10 at their own 12-yard line.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman of the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. Noah Spence make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
And indeed, that's what they'll do as they run it here. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. A 40-yard punt, 1 yard on the return. And the Broncos take over, first down and 10.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Broncos first down.
Jackson on first down. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. And they get 17 more on that one and another first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Operating from the gun. Jackson escaping the pressure right. He completes this to Sutton. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. Another first down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. This offense can certainly move quickly when they want to. 3 plays, 3 pass completions. In the blink of an eye, they've got a first and goal.
Almost felt like a lightning bolt hit in this game, didn't it? For them to get downfield that quickly. And now first and goal, expect them to attack right here on this play.
So it's first and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. And Jackson throwing once more. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. He's at the 50, the 30, the 20, 10, and he will take this one home. It's a touchdown.
They were in a very good position to come up with a go-ahead score there. A really good drive. Instead, it turns into 6 points going the other way. Psychologically, I don't know what that's going to do to them.
So as a coach, you're looking at that as at least a 10-point swing, right? Because they had the field goal in their back pocket.
They certainly did, and you're right. At least a 10-point swing, maybe more.
The extra point splits the uprights, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. 7. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
On the return, the Broncos take over first and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
First down.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Open man, that's Noah Fant, the tight end. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It will be a 51-yard attempt. And his kick is absolutely perfect. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Ready for the start of the third quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. Fields this way up at the 17. The lane opens here. He's past the 30.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. They go play action. Now Mahomes. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
It's another zone defense. It looks like it's open for possibilities, but they did a nice job patrolling the middle of the field and forcing an incompletion.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and the Chiefs are going to get a fresh set of downs.
44-yard line.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Mahomes pass.
They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
That's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down.
But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. This is caught inside the 15. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year. And the Chiefs add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Chiefs 24, Broncos 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. The big play to start him out has him at the 45 already. From the gun, Jackson looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
And a
Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play. A run with Lindsey out of the gun. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
A little bit of space there for the first down run, as that's going to get him about 5 yards.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked up by Dylan Cole. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
At the 23-yard line.
Now Mahomes completes it to Hardman, and he'll be corralled right around the 34. 11 yards there, first down.
For a Kansas City Chiefs. 1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Throwing now is Mahomes. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead.
Chiefs. First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. And going deep. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 52 yards. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, it's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does, depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense.
And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Dane Cruikshank. Boy, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game. Go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to
and he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Tyreek Hill there to make the grab. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. He's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Chiefs 38, Broncos 10. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. Pettis now on the return. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily to look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers. First throw now for the backup Locke. Now Locke, he lost the football. It's out, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. That he has brought this one back. A fumble recovery for a Chiefs touchdown. So that is now 2 fumble return touchdowns. And you talk about something that's going to drive a head coach crazy.
Without a doubt. But for the defensive guys, once you do it once, you create a frenzy. Everybody wants to get involved, and they got it done a second time.
Butker on for the PAT. And the kick here is good with a penalty flag down as well. And they may have run into him after the kick went away. So 5 yards for running into. Lucky it wasn't 15 for roughing.
No doubt about it, because they protect the kickers and the guys holding the ball almost as much as they protect quarterbacks in the pocket. They don't want those types of injuries.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start things with a handoff to Lindsey. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. This is intercepted. Picked off around the 27. And he'll take it across midfield to the 46-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway through the air.
And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the Broncos' 40-yard line.
Here's Mahomes to throw. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
10 at the 20-yard line.
Mahomes now on first down. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Tyreek Hill that time, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
When you look at the scoreboard, you'd think they'd be pretty comfortable right now with this lead, but these guys are absolutely not going to let up. They want to increase their lead, and they want to do it with a big play. Unable to connect in that attempt.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9.
That's good.
11 yards for number 11.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
The ball popped in the air and intercepted. A.J. Boye with a pick. And the Broncos are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Now they get a fourth quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. Has a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. But it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. There to stop him, Terrell Edmonds. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
A quick throw outside by Locke. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down. Was that a design pass, or what was that?
It was built into the play call. He had the opportunity to either hand it inside, keep it himself to run it, or do what he just did. Throw that pass inside, hitting a receiver on the run.
Mike is a 50. Check Mike 50. Check curls, check curls, check curls. Mike 50, Mike 50. Mike 50.
Faking the give to Lindsey. Here's Locke. A pass for Sutton is intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Chiefs 52, Broncos 10.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. That'll be taken about a yard deep, and he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And you can sort of sense their dejection. That last pick 6 put the icing on the cake, so to speak, in what has been a rough go for them. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
No gain on the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Boy, and now they can't even get a play off. So that'll back them up 5. And now after the delay of game, they're operating behind the sticks, 2nd and 15. They'll go again with Lindsey. And some room to maneuver. And nothing but daylight ahead. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Phillip Lindsay, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Broncos get one score closer.
McManus lining up for the extra point.
So what was already a game to remember becomes even more so as that touchdown run, a lengthy one, takes him over 200 yards now for the game.
And I love the fact that to get over 200, it took a pretty good sprint, didn't it? I mean, a lot of times you get 1 or 2 yards and oh, he's over 200 yards. But that really put an exclamation point on the game he's having. Fantastic. A lot of fun to watch.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. And he'll throw right away. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
And they went the wrong way there, losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for 2nd down. Mahomes going to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line.
The Broncos.
Well, they're not making it easy on themselves here down the stretch. 2 picks now in the fourth quarter trying to hang on to that lead.
Talk about keeping someone in the game. Instead of being able to shut the door, it's still cracked open because they can come back on you now. The only people who are really happy about those picks, any fantasy team that has this defense.
He was looking that time for Dante Pettis, and it's 2nd down. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
The Broncos on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up. Give them 14 yards there and a Denver 1st down.
He's tackled at the
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Broncos 1st down.
So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st down, it's Lindsay. And he'll get this down to about the 30, 31-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
You know, it's not just all athleticism from defensive linemen. Let's give them a little credit for their football intelligence as well. Read and react by them, understood the play call, and stacked it up and stuffed the run.
Locke throwing complete here to Judy. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you. 4-7's the mic. 4-7's the mic.
Shotgun snap to Locke. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. That time he was looking for Jerry Jeudy. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 21-yard line.
Check, 47. 47's the mic. 47.
To throw again. Block. Screen pass to Lindsey. And a couple of yards as they move it from the 21 to the 19. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
3rd down.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Again, they'll throw with Locke. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And McManus able to put it through. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2000 there were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. We you know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game. And that's always puzzled me a little bit.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line. Today's final score, Chiefs.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
As an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being